was to come.
On the 31st of December 1977, Jimmy Carter and his wife celebrated the New Year in Iran.
Iran, because of the great leadership of the Shah, is an island of stability in one of the more troubled areas of the world. This is a great tribute to you, Your Majesty, and to your leadership, and to the respect and the admiration and love which your people give to you.
I watched President Carter on TV toasting the Shah on New Year's Eve and thought it was one of the silliest things I had ever seen, especially when the Shah lifted his champagne glass. And I thought, we're in a Muslim country. He's celebrating an American holiday by toasting with alcohol. Isn't this dumb? Doesn't he know anything about his own country or the people in his own country?
Within a week of President Carter's visit, the Shah made what may have been the biggest mistake of his reign. Ayatollah Khomeini's son had died in mysterious circumstances in Najaf 2 months earlier. The word on the street was that Savak, acting on the Shah's orders, had killed him. Hoveyda, the former prime minister, was given the task of planting an article in the press rebutting the claims. It was the first mention of Ayatollah Khomeini's name in a national newspaper since his expulsion in 1964. The article accused Ayatollah Khomeini of being an anti-revolutionary agent of the British. It had an incendiary effect. Thousands of protesters poured onto the streets. It wasn't just Tehran. Chanting crowds emerged in several cities. The name on their tongues? Khomeini.
I think most older Iranians knew his name, but a lot of younger ones had not heard it, because I asked younger people and they literally did not know. And later on, as the revolution became hotter and hotter, and more people were getting involved in it, I would ask them when they had first heard the name Khomeini, and they would admit that I just heard it this year, a couple of months ago.
The army brought the protests to a swift end by opening fire on the demonstrators. But although the Shah still didn't know it, a 77-year-old exiled cleric now posed a real threat to his regime. In part 2, in 2 weeks' time, the Shah's final tumultuous year and the triumphant return of an Ayatollah.